The algorithm is focused more on individual videos.
If there is one person who knows more about the YouTube algorithm than anyone else on the planet, it's this guy.
Generally, I wouldn't advise deleting videos. We don't limit recommendations to just videos that have been uploaded this week. We don't calculate recommendations until
And he's just debunked 6 myths about the most important thing that could decide your YouTube destiny. This is Todd. He's worked at YouTube on the algorithm for the past decade, and here he is in conversation with Rene Ritchie, the YouTube creator liaison. Together they just published a video on the Creator Insider channel busting all sorts of YouTube myths. So I thought I'd talk about it and react to it and maybe challenge some bits of it.
the algorithm for discovery is focused more on individual videos than like trying to come up with some comprehensive average performance of a channel.
You know what? I couldn't agree more. In a recent case study, we witnessed a channel with absolutely no video history get 100,000 views on its very first video. Granted, it took a bit of time to get there, around 100 days, but this video was eventually rewarded thanks to its positive reception from the audience. Now, the second video on the channel admittedly tanked, but that was a quick update video to let viewers know what was going on the channel.
Yeah, we wouldn't want the system to just decide, oh, one bad video, this channel is not able to create anything, because that's not the reality.
And that would appear to be an entirely accurate statement as well, as the third video on the channel also got 100,000 views, and in a quicker time frame. Now, this is likely due to the fact that the channel's first video was in a lot of viewers' watch histories. And yeah, we'll need to come back to that topic a little later.
We want to get every video out to the audience that would be most interested in it. We don't want to be putting in logic in the recommendation system that draws the wrong conclusions about a video that just came out. We aim to not overemphasize historical data.
This one is a little harder to answer and measure, but I can ask you a simple question to help you decide. How often have you had a 10 of 10 performing video, followed by your next publication being a 1 of 10? This happens to all of us, right, on our YouTube journey. Some videos work, some don't. It's all part of experimenting with different video ideas and figuring out what your audience likes. I think what Todd is trying to say here, in my own words, is that your channel is not made of glass. One bad video or one mistake won't shatter everything. But unavoidably, what it will do is disappoint the most important person in this whole YouTube puzzle.
Viewers, triggers a viewers until a viewer are very centered on that viewer.
Yes, Todd talks about viewers a lot, but not nearly as much as
the audience. Understand that video's audience led by the audience. Audiences find their audiences. Audiences. That's an example of YouTube following the audience. Audiences look at their audience.
You can't blame Todd, to be honest. For the last decade, he's been trying to convince us to replace the word algorithm with audience. And that's because his interpretation of how the YouTube algorithm works is determined by how the users of YouTube influence it.
We don't calculate recommendations until a viewer actually appears on YouTube. The challenge that the recommendation engine is given this viewer who's coming to YouTube from this type of device at this time of day with this history of videos they've watched before. What are the best videos that we could show them right now?
And so if I watch loads of videos about WWF era wrestling, EV car reviews, tech, and Star Wars video games, you might expect YouTube, when I open up a session, to offer more of these very specific type of videos. And it does. Unnervingly so.
What are the best videos that we could show them right now? We are very centered on that viewer and finding the best videos for that viewer.
How often do you, as a viewer, complain about the recommendations YouTube presents to you? I know there's going to be a vocal minority in the comments saying they've clicked not interested on Fortnite content for years and YouTube is still shoving it down their throats. But broadly speaking, YouTube gets it right, doesn't it? It's why you come back to the platform every single day and have been doing for years. So as an exercise, create a brand new dummy YouTube account and just start watching content. Keep an eye on how the recommendations change and how quickly it figures out your viewing habits. And then take all of what you've learned and put it in your creator brain. But speaking of recommendations and the recency of them,
one of the great things about YouTube is we don't limit recommendations to just videos that have been uploaded this week, for example. And so over time, there's always going to be more opportunities for your video to get connected again.
It is hard to disagree with this, especially when you watch one trailer for the latest Deadpool movie, and then for weeks later, YouTube continues to surface all sorts of stuff from the Marvel franchise from over the last decade. We've seen this happen many times before with our own videos too that enter an evergreen state. Ironically, it was a previous video we made about Todd's insights into the YouTube algorithm that has been getting millions of views from browse and suggested traffic for 18 months now.
So if you don't like this video, are you just going to not recommend it to anybody?
It's not my decision.
No, there's a little cheeky smirk there from Todd. Maybe that's the biggest conspiracy theory to come out of this video. But this does lead to an interesting myth about whether or not viral videos negatively impact a channel. The notion that if you make something a little off topic and it blows up, but then harms your regular topic videos. Is it wise to delete those videos that could offset your audience?
No, I wouldn't recommend deleting those videos because there will be a subset of that audience who will be interested in your other content. Yeah, generally I wouldn't advise deleting videos because I think you're just removing opportunities at that point.
First of all, yes, I agree that you should never delete videos off your channel, always unlist or private them first. But this is probably the debunking myth that I want to challenge the most. Because what we often see, especially from small creators, is that when the video is so off topic, it doesn't just become a subset of the audience, it is the entire audience for the channel, and the creator kind of gets stuck.
We don't want to be showing the wrong videos to the wrong viewers either. And so we try as much as possible to understand that video's audience.
And so in my mind, when a viewer is confronted by a viral video on the homepage and they watch it and enjoy it, that video now sits in that viewer's watch history. That then tells YouTube's algorithm to serve up more videos from that creator to that viewer, which are unfortunately off topic from the viral content. The viewer doesn't click on that creator's videos several times and the audience is gone. But hey, maybe I'm placing too much importance on channel watch history as opposed to the viewer's topics that they're interested in.
Obviously, if there's high demand for that topic, and you choose not to make videos on that topic more, then maybe you won't continue to have that outsized performance.
But what about when you are making good content and viewers are seemingly watching it and enjoying it? Why can views suddenly seem to tank?
Creators who might say, hey, I've been doing this same content for a couple years now and it's not performing as well anymore. And we'll find that, oh, there's a new channel that came out in this that's also serving the audience. You have to recognize that there's a bit of supply and demand going on, and when there's more supply, with the same amount of demand, you may get less views.
I can't really disagree with this simple business principle, but what wasn't addressed in this conversation was when views suddenly drop off a cliff, and you can see it in the real-time analytics. Granted, these are often outliers and impact a very small percentage of creators on YouTube, but given the size of a platform, that's still thousands of creators who are often very vocal about this on social media. So I'm guessing that shadow ban is a filthy word at YouTube HQ. But you have to assume, at the very least, the algorithm applies special measures to content that restricts its discoverability without outright banning it. The problem from the creator's point of view is that whatever the algorithm does in these circumstances isn't clearly communicated. And in the absence of concrete information, rumor and innuendo will run rife. Whatever you or I think about what the algorithm does, Todd had a very interesting piece of advice on how to assess the performance of videos that has absolutely nothing to do with any algorithms.
How did the viewers who saw impressions of the video in the subscriptions feed react? That feed, it doesn't have any special recommendations algorithms. I find that videos that underperform also underperform when they're shown to subscribers in that feed, which suggests to me that it's some issue with the content or the way the content was packaged.
Has any of this convinced you at all in the slightest that the YouTube algorithm is here to help and not hinder you? Comments, as always, are appreciated, and if you want to learn more from Todd about how to make your videos fall in love with the YouTube algorithm, the video's right here, ready and waiting to be clicked.
Viewers, triggers a viewer. Audiences look at their audience. Viewers are very centered on that viewer, and audiences find their audience.